ambayo na kauli ambazo zitatolewa ni kwamba ni kwa ajili ya wananchi wa Kenya wala sio kwa ajili ya uongozi. Asante sana mstahiki Speaker.
Senator Dulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sorry, I thought it is me, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed, Senator Dulo. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am supporting this motion, hoping that what is happening in this country is going to be resolved. Majority of us have been long in this country and also in leadership position. And after every 5 years, the same issues come up. Unless otherwise, personally I feel, from what has happened before, Mr. Speaker, we are not getting to the bottom of the problem. Because if we go into election and somebody is defeated, I think they should accept defeat. And this shenanigans of high cost of living, IEBC, we've been seeing this every year, year in and year out. What solutions are leaders bringing as far as cost of living is concerned? Mr. Speaker, I have seen what Majority Leader has enumerated as the agenda for this committee. But let me say here, and for the record, I don't see a solution to the underlying problem, because this is not one person issue. I know this is one person issue, and this is not the way that things should be resolved. If you have been defeated, you have been defeated. Go and wait for 5 years, and after that, go for another election and see whether you will go through. I hope for the last time, this matter will be resolved. But Kenyans are really suffering. There are some who have lost their lives. The high cost of living is actually going on, and solution is actually being made. So I hope this will be a solution, but at the bottom of my heart, there is no solution to this problem. And the same thing will be repeated next, even after 2027. And I hope I'll be alive to see that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Nyamu. Senator Karen Nyamu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute to this motion. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I did not know that there are people out there whose work is solely to count how many times we speak in this Senate. But since I'm aware, I will make sure I keep them very busy. So, Mr. Speaker, the issue of having dialogue after every election cycle, just like my colleagues have said before me, is one that must be discouraged, because we put a lot of resources into the election process, and we have encouraged this kind of impunity every election cycle. There are individuals who know that they can twist the process to get into government in the back door. However, Mr. Speaker, because our head of government, who is the president, supports this dialogue, and because one of the agenda for Kenya Kwanza in this dialogue is creating an official opposition office, which I support fully, because we appreciate that Raila, who is the current person in question that we're discussing today, he got a considerable number of votes. And the issue of winner takes it all has been a thorn in the flesh in the Kenyan elections. So, in that matter, Mr. Speaker, I support...
What is the point of order,
Protect me, Mr. Speaker. Protect me, Mr. Speaker, from the minority leader.
Just take your seat, Senator Karen. What is the point of order, Senator Mazayo?
Bwana Spika, nafikiri ule mjadala ulioko hapa ni muhimu sana na ni wa kitaifa. lakini ukisikiza matamshi aliyoongea dadangu Senator, kwa jina la heshima dadangu, na matamshi aliyosema ya kwamba hapa tunaongea juu ya baba Raila Amolo Odinga, bila alivyosema, je, ni sawa ama si sawa? Nataka kujua kutoka kwake, na kama si sawa anaweza kuondoa maneno hayo.
It's okay,
na kaomba msamaha.
Senator Karen, the motion before the floor is the National Dialogue Committee. It's got nothing to do with Honorable Raila Odinga. We are not here to discuss the personality of
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Raila Odinga.
Mr. Speaker, I'm guided.
Thank you.
As I was saying in conclusion, the issue of winner takes it all in our election has been a thorn in the flesh, and if this dialogue is going to address this issue once and for all, I support the creation of the official opposition so that we can keep Raila, so that we can keep the election loser, Mr. Speaker, so that we can keep the election loser legitimate and accountable and busy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Oburu.
Thank